Yes.
58 48 அப்போ 58 இருந்தது இப்ப ரெடியூஸ் டு 40 49 ஆயிட்டு.
gone for that.
4:30 ஆக போகுதுல. இருந்தாலும் போய் இப்படி
Correct. Really has that problem.
கொஞ்சம் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும். ஏன்னா கமிஷனர் மேடம் வராங்கன்னு சொன்னாரு. இப்ப கொஞ்சம் கட 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 கட.
Yes. Okay. So welcome back. I hope we have clarity on addressing the 11 POs through our course. I'm not sure if you have time, but page number 9. I suggest. Do we have time? Please write the course outcomes on page 9. Directly page 9. We already wrote CO1, CO2, and CO3. Now write CO4, 5, 6. And you also map it to the PO. You put anything. You want seminar, you want project, you want engineering tool, you want teamwork, you want communication. You decide. And you write. Write CO4, 5, 6. You want design, you want evaluation, PO4. So whatever you decide, please decide and write CO4, 5, 6. You put in the activity that you feel, also map it to POs. And let us have one or two quick examples because we do not have much time. But unless we write this, then it becomes incomplete. So let us take 1 minute. Write CO4, 5, and 6. We have already written CO1, 2, 3. Go to page 9 of the activity sheet. Go to page 9. No, anything. Whatever you want, you write. You please write whatever you feel like, but write and do the mapping, and then we request for volunteers to read. Put whatever you want. I mean, whichever PO you want. Page number 9. I'm telling page number 9. You have written challenging. Oh, very nice. You have written page 13 and 14 are challenging. Very nice. So please write page 9. For the same course that we had done in the morning, we wrote CO1, 2, 3. Now you decide whether you want to do design, you want to do communication, you want to address lifelong learning, whatever you decide. Please write 3 more course outcomes, CO4, 5, 6. Yes, do we have anyone raising the hand? Any one example? We'll just take up one example. One example. Who's raising the hand? I want CO4, 5, and 6. Page number 9. We have already written CO1, 2, 3 in the morning. So now we want CO4, 5, 6. Together with mapping to the PO. Page number 9, CO4, 5, 6. Anyone is volunteering? Anyone volunteering? I think now I have to consider the people who are here with me in this hall. CO4, 5, 6.
Develop the power electronic converter for electricity.
Three COs along with the mapping. Anyone who is attending here? Yes, you are giving. You are ready. Who's giving? Yeah, you are ready. CO 456. Okay, all everyone read one CO 4. That's also fine.
Develop the layout of the power generating system for subsystem with specified given applications.
Very good. So we got one example for CO4 under developing the system for to meet the specifications. So that is fine. It maps to PO3. And are you also using any similar engineering tool? No, they're going to do it theoretical or okay, fine. So that was an example of CO3, CO4 getting mapped to design PO4. Yes, can we have one more example?
Design a suitable compensator with required specifications using OBE and true purpose.
Means that is fair. Specifications is fine. We have one more example on design. In the course on control system, so they are telling to meet the specifications as given in the body plot. They have to come out with the design. So yes, fine. Any other example? Fine. Design is addressed. Now let's go to another. Let's go to CO5. Design is done. Please give me example for CO5.
Design is program to print the list of students under 7.5 category as per English portal.
Okay, you're again looking at design, but you're using an engineering tool. So fine. That's an example of developing a portal to meet the specifications, and they're using a tool. Can we look at any other? Fine. So there, here we have an example for a simulation and validate with the theory. So madam is mapping it to PO4. Can I have an example for PO11?
PO5, madam, engineering tool.
Okay. So yes.
Select and apply appropriate data structure to solve the real-time applications.
Okay. So we'll move ahead. I assume all of us are able to write the course outcomes, write course outcomes. Now we will see a quick walkthrough what we did, our journey on refining course outcomes. What NBA says is have around 6 course outcomes. That's all NBA says. If we read the document, any version, tier 1, tier 2, first cycle, second cycle, all versions have only this component. Every course shall have around 6 course outcomes. My next question is, can I have 6 course outcomes and all 6 course outcomes mapping to PO1? Can I have like that? Can I have 6 course outcomes and all course outcomes mapping to PO1? No. So that is not right. So we cannot have all 6 course outcomes and then map it to PO1. We are definitely looking at different POs getting addressed. So when I write one course outcome and map it to PO1, when I write one more course outcome, I'm looking at a new PO being addressed. I cannot write 2 course outcomes having the same CO-PO mapping. That's the interpretation of what NBA has suggested. And it's good to include any of these activities like projects, seminar, etc. in our assessment. Now, how to define course outcomes? There are 2 methods. One method, what is one method? Write one course outcome for every topic. Take unit 1, write one course outcome. Take unit 2, write one course outcome. Write one course outcome for every topic. And then what is the next step? For each of these course outcomes that we have written, define competency indicators. Then take the competency indicators and map it to the program outcome. This is one approach. So this is what happens in this approach. We define course outcomes topic wise. Take one unit, write a course outcome, second unit, write, then define indicators and then map. When we do this, what happens? It's a 2-step process. Finally, CO to PO is only happening. This method is not wrong. This method is right. but it is little, it's a two-step process. And what happens is many COs will have a similar mapping. As we see earlier, for PO1, so many COs are coming. PO2, so many COs are contributing. So this is what we are getting. And then though it is not right and not wrong, this method is a two-step process. And then we will end up with a matrix something like this. I'll have different COs, but all of them mapping to the same POs. And so this is, we feel is not acceptable. So when we have written something and the course articulation, this is another example of an incorrect matrix, because multiple COs are having the same mapping. This shall be avoided. Another example of an incorrect mapping, sometimes we see this, every CO maps to all the POs. The moment we see this matrix means they have not implemented OBE. This one matrix is sufficient to tell that the essence of OBE is not grasped. So this also may be avoided. Of course, this I don't think colleges are following it, but I just put it as an example. So when we define something topic wise, let us change the heading. Instead of calling it as course outcomes, let us call it course objectives. And then we can retain. And what is the second method of defining course outcomes? The second method is to define course outcomes such that they're directly aligned to the intended program outcome, the method that we have seen today. So this is what we have done. How did we write a course outcome? How is this one step? We define course outcome and I write a course outcome. You will read my course outcome and tell which is the PO being mapped. Because which method do we like? Method 1 or method 2? Yes? Method 2? Method? Method 1? Yeah. Let's, I think we should have done an opinion poll. I should have created a poll. Anyone from the virtual participants, which method do we prefer? Both methods are right. Let me emphasize that. Both are right. Husband also goes up CO. Method 2. Wow, thank you. Who's that? Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. This is really satisfying. Truly satisfying. Both methods are right. Both methods are established. But the second method, definitely we prefer it because it's a one-step process and then it takes us. And thank you all the people who are attending in the virtual mode and the people who are here in this hall. All of us are preferring method 2. Of course, we have one or two who are preferring method 1. It's absolutely fine. So now I keep the same course here as an example. And then I have written the course outcome. Please, you tell me the mapping. Quickly tell me, CO1 maps to which PO? I am writing the course outcome. You are doing the mapping for mine. CO1 maps to which PO? No PO. CO2? CO2? PO1. CO3? CO3? Yes. Yes, please, virtual participants are participating through virtual. Please write the CO number and the PO. CO number and the PO. Yes, it's nice to see answers coming in. Yes, PO2 for CO3. Perfect. See, so nice. Let me tell you, I have never received such overwhelming response and active participation till today. It's amazing. A wonderful team, both here as well as in the virtual mode. And yes, Divya madam's dream should come true. There should not be any necessity to call Kanmani again. That's the success of today's session. And the way it is happening, it looks like that's coming true. That's amazing. Yes. Now let us go to CO4. CO4 gets mapped to which PO? Yes, PO3. Yes, and CO5, PO9 communication skill, 5, 6. Why 5? PO5 CO5 gets mapped to which PO? Communication. Yes, yes. PO6. Okay, PO6. Please mention the CO and the PO. Yes, CO4 gets mapped to PO6. Next, look at CO6. CO6 maps to which PO? CO6 is PO6. PO research is which PO11. So let me put what 9 is communication. Sustainability. WK. WK7. So I have, that is why I put WK7 in bracket. I put WK7 in bracket. So is it clear? This is an example of writing a course outcome where I write the course outcome. Anyone reading is able to come out with the correct mapping of the program outcome. That is what is happening. This is what we expect. This is what we expect. PO5. Research article. We are asking them to research, summarize, reproduce the relevant text and reproduce the results. So for that, they will use an engineering tool. Very good observation, very good question, because they're going to use a tool to type the document and tool to reproduce the results. That is why, yes, I can use Python, I can use LaTeX. Not summarizing. Afterwards, reproduce the document using text editor and reproduce the results. So that is why I'm using PO5 and 11. See the keen observation, we are getting a question, and that's nice. That's nice. So we agree to this. This is the way a course outcome shall be written. So for the same course, I am changing my course outcome now. For the same syllabus, for the same course, I'm changing my outcome. Please look at another example for the same course. 1, 2, 3, CO 1, 2, 3, the mapping doesn't change. CO4 also doesn't change. Please look at CO5 and tell me which POs now. Look at CO5 and tell which PO.
வந்துருது. So 7 வருது, 9 வருது.
PO8 maybe like project.
Project disaster.
7, 9 வரும். Correct-ஆ? 9,
7, 9.
10 madam.
Okay. How about CO6, the last CO? CO6. As a member of a team, implement a project, a sustainable business model. CO6,
PO11.
11. Yes, 10. Wonderful. Now let me see what I have written and whether it is tallying with what you are telling. Is there a match? You said 8. Why is 8? As a team. Why do we have 10? Project, business model as well. So that is why we have PO10. 11, because independent learning and how about CO5? PO7. What is PO7? Ethics, because engineering disasters, so we are looking at ethics. And what about PO9? Communication skill. So you saw, I can have the same course, but I can write a different course outcome. So we do not have to worry about, as a first step, we need not worry about changing the course content. Give me a content, I can write course outcome to map any PO. That's what we believe in. And when we write a course outcome, anyone else reading the course outcome should be able to tell what is the PO it is getting mapped to. We can map. We can map. We can. It is absolutely fine. Sometimes you'll find more POs getting mapped. Sometimes I'll write member of a team, but I won't map it to team. I'm not going to give marks and assess, even though they're performing in a team. So I will do that also. So yes. So now proceeding further, we have taken up the first task of defining the course outcome. Along with this are the assessments. So let us look at that. How to come out with the mapping strength. So, and we also recognize that for the same content, we can have different course outcomes and hence a different mapping. Now, some more examples. I will not go through this because we do not have time. I'll be sharing the PPT so you can go through. Here I have an example of the C language. I have an example for electronic devices, analog circuits, digital signal processing, the re-engineering project that we had mentioned, the re-research project. We have this re-research project in our 7th semester. We have it. And the major project, the major final project, all examples are there. I have also included examples of internships, seminar based on internship. The students go for internship in the vacation and they submit a report, seminar and a report. So now what we are looking at is, having seen how to define course outcomes, let us plan every semester that every PO is addressed by at least one course. So we can have 2 courses with seminar, 2 courses with project, and 2 courses to address this. And definitely we want to have 2 courses which address complex engineering problem or sustainable development goals. This becomes an added requirement in view of the revised outcomes, the last component. And of course, we'll also have non-credit courses, and 0 credit course will be used for indirect attainment component. And we can also explore 2 courses with use of programming based assignment. So what we are looking at is a typical semester articulation matrix will have some entry from for every column. This is what we are looking at. This is what we would like to have, so that every semester is addressing all the 11 POs well. So now I also have I have another dream or a desire. And what's the desire? All electives will have the same mapping. Suppose I have an elective in the 5th semester. I have an elective in the 5th semester. The course content is different, but all the courses in the elective of 5th semester will have the same course articulation matrix. Is it possible? No. You have done this beautiful, challenging assignment at the end. That is the whole purpose. How did you do it? So if I say the course in 5th semester will have a seminar, all electives will have a seminar that map to ethics. Fine. The initial one is knowledge, apply, analyze. Afterwards, have a seminar. Is it possible? This is what our dream is. We have to take this whole component to the next level. Similarly, open electives. Institution can decide. All electives in the 6th semester will have a seminar. All electives in the 7th semester will have a project. Have one statement, and this will take care that the mapping strength is similar. All electives in 8th semester will include a modern tool reproducing a research activity. Small sentences at the program level or at the institution level will take this forward, and even electives can contribute. We don't have to worry which elective the student registered, what is the mapping and attainment calculation computations. No, we have to simplify the process, and if we make this matrix common, then it's going to reduce the work tremendously and also ensure contribution to POs. That's the whole beauty. So this is my desire, my dream. Anyone ready to take it forward? Yes, okay, we got very nice. Very nice. So finally, we need to summarize what is going to be the student learning from the curriculum. How many courses have seminars? How many courses have projects? How many papers the student reads? How many papers he reproduces? So this table you make, and then this will summarize the student learning through the curriculum from 1st to 8th semester, 8 semesters contribution. And of course, now coming, we have already done this activity of defining course outcomes for the course. So now let us have a look at assessment. This is another component that we need to focus on. And what happens in assessment? We have seen in the morning that PO 1, 2, 3 we can address in the written exam. Do we all agree? Yes. And if I extend it to the lab exam, I can add even I can address PO 1, 2, 3, but I can also address 4 and 5 when I do in the lab exam. Now, beyond this, I cannot normally address in a theory or a lab exam. So, if I want to address PO6 onwards, I need to look at alternate assessments. And what are my alternate assessment? A seminar, a project? We have seen examples. We have written examples for this component. It could be a hackathon. Hackathon for a course, not at the college level, state level. It's for a course, a coding challenge. So, these are possibilities. So now, how to come out with the mapping strength? Some parameters that we can choose is time to teach, time to learn, course content, etc. But all these are subjective, and I myself may use different time, different semesters to teach the same concept. What I cover in 1 hour in this semester, next semester I may take 2 hours. So it's not going to be consistent, though the content is same. Depending on the type of questions and interactions that take place. So what we and another component is sometimes we have the mapping and the faculty who has done the mapping is not present. And then we have to justify the mapping. Here what happens in this method, we want to come out with a mapping that is based on the assessments that we have used. How much percentage of questions we have asked for that particular CO in the internal assessment is what we are looking at. NBA does not give any method. We can come out with any method that we want and justify. This is a method that we have been following in our department, and this is the range we have decided. Why internal assessment? Internal assessment, I can make them do research, I can make them do communication, I can do teamwork project. I can't make them do this in the semester end exam. That is why I consider the weightage dependent, and because of all these activities the student does in the internal exam, he can answer the semester end exam well because he understood the concepts. He has confidence in the hold over the concepts that are there. So that is why this is a method we are using. More than 20% of mapping strength of 3, 10 to 22, and less than 10 is 1. And if you look at a theory assessment, the conventional assessment, test 1, test 2, etc., we have around 30 to 40%, and say 10 to 20% for the alternate assessment, which goes in for seminar, research, or any of this faculty assessment component. And we have a 50-50 percentage, 50% for internal, 50% for semester. And it does not matter. Institutions and universities may have different. It doesn't matter. I'm only focusing on how to distribute my internal assessment, and accordingly I decide my mapping strength. So same component in a different manner. If my internal assessment is less than 10, I give 1. And these are not rigid boundaries, but it has worked successfully for us in recent years and not defined by NBA. So what? And now I will share my journey, how my internal assessment was. When we started 2013-14, this was our internal paper. We had part A, part B. Part A had 2 mark questions, part B had 10 mark questions. So our bifurcation in part A and part B was based on marks. This is what we did. And after the exam, what we were asked to do, we had to map it to the CO, we had to map it to the PO, we had to map it to the Bloom's level. We did all mapping. So much of work after the exam and no consistency. If you see, we have done, there was tremendous work. So we continued with the earlier exam format, internal paper format, but we added on this the OBE parameters. We tried to map. This is what we did. And then we realized that somewhere we are overburdening ourselves. We have not brought in the change. And initial days, as you see, we also did the mistake of adopting the first method of CO definition. We followed the first method, wherein we wrote COs unit wise. Took unit 1, wrote 1 CO, took unit 2, wrote a CO. 2 mistakes we did. First mistake we did was writing COs aligned to the topic. Second mistake, making a question paper which is based on marks. Part A less mark question, part B more mark question. 2 marks, 10 marks, for example. These are the mistakes we have done. Actually, I have examples of actual question papers that I have used. I can share it in case you want to see how we have evolved. Then we realized there is a need to change in view of OBE. And how did we change? This is our new format now. This is a new format. We have part A, part B, part C. How is it? Not dependent on marks. Entire part A is based on remember, understand. CO1. No mapping required. By reading it, I know this is mapping to CO1. It is not mapping to any PO. Part A has, and how is my marks? Maximum 25%. I cannot exceed 25%. My internal audit team will reject the paper immediately. I can have 0, I can have maximum 25. Similarly, if I go to part B, how is my part B? Minimum 50%. So every question paper should have a minimum 50%. And afterwards, beyond. And part C, I can take examples from actual gate question. I can take from faculty are attending NPTEL courses. They can take NPTEL assessments that they have taken up in their NPTEL and then put it here. What's the comment?
Consistent for all the subjects or up to
Yes, the range is consistent. Let me tell you, we were following in our department, and then I had an opportunity to serve at the institution level. We brought in at the institution level, and then of course there have been minor changes, but this template we feel you can come out with your own template. You can come out with your range of marks, but it reduces tremendous post-examination work by the faculty. Now, if I want to enter the marks for attainment calculation, I need to enter only 2 numbers because remember, understand is not useful. I need to enter performance in part B and part C. 2 numbers. In the earlier case, I had to enter 10 numbers. You see the amount of work that has come down. Tremendous. And did we compromise on quality? Absolutely no. We have only grouped it because of the OBE structure. And can we give choice? Give choice inside every part. Give answer any 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4, answer all, whatever. Can we, even if suppose control systems is there in gate, those type of questions will be asked here. I strongly do not believe in having a separate gate coaching. If you are conducting a gate coaching means we have failed in imparting fundamental knowledge to our students. It has to come because we have included gate syllabus in our curriculum. It has to be included in our assessment. But at the same time, I do not want a complete paper in gate because my pass percentage should not come down. You see this paper distribution. All students can answer part A. Part B, 50% can answer and average. Only the academically bright students can answer part C. I'm taking care of weak and bright students without labeling. You are weak, you are bright. That's another advantage of this question paper. I'll get a nice normal distribution every time, and the faculty have to show a normal distribution. We have it in our. It's compulsory. They cannot show. I've done very good teaching, and all my students got above 80%. That is rejected. It's not accepted. These are some policies that we are following in our department, and this is just a sample. It brings down the work after we're not compromising. We are changing our question paper pattern based on the OBE structure and without bringing down the results and enhancing the quality of the paper. It's just amazing. Just try it out. And of course, the 10 marks later on for any other mini project, seminar, etc. I'll show you. I've just put here. Don't worry about reading it. If you want, I can also share it by mail in case you need the question paper. I have an example. I have a part A, this actual question paper of my course. I have part A, part B, and part C on design. And 40 marks internal, you see. And so if I want to do for attainment calculation, only 2 numbers I have to enter in part B and part C. And I have pleasure in sharing my lab question paper. In my lab, we saw the toolbox that they were building in the morning. That toolbox, they can carry it to the lab exam. And this is a question paper that they answer in the lab exam. See part A, the part A, part B based on my COs that I have designed for the lab component. They're computing in the first component. They're analyzing, and this analysis is such that they can't do with paper and pen. The scale of the problem is so high, they can't do with paper and pen. They need a tool to solve. And then they have to, I've given a code and they have to write the equation, and then there's a design problem. Even for a lab exam, my question paper, you can't make out it's a lab exam unless we read on top. Because it's an integrated, we want a very similar component being addressed. So what is this? I think, yeah. So now coming back to the same course that we have taken up, I have put here, and then I have distributed. I have my test 1, test 2, I have a quiz, my assessment 1 and an assessment 2. Let us look at the course outcomes that we have written. The same course that we took, 1, 2, 3, and then we had a CO5 and a 6. CO5 was a seminar and CO6 was reading a research article. And look at the mapping, and then how did I divide my marks among these components. This is something new, not an innovation, but I feel that creating an internal assessment matrix brings in clarity in the assessment. So in test 1, test 2, how I am dividing the marks. I have total 100 marks. Test 1, test 2, I have given 35. 10 marks for quiz, 8 marks for seminar, and 12 marks for research. This is what I have done. And it's just an example. And within this 35 marks, how I am doing amongst the COs in the first test, 5, 15, 15. And second test, I have put 5, 15. I'm not doing analysis, I'm doing design. Quiz, I put 5, 5. Purely as an example, but you have seen the actual question paper. This I put some numbers for this presentation. And then I have the marks. And then when do I give my mapping strength of 3? When do I give a mapping strength of 3? More than 20%. So which will get only CO2 gets a 3. And when do I give a mapping strength of 1? Less than 10%. So this is my internal assessment matrix. And I think I have asked you to prepare it in the activity sheet on page 12. Page 12 has the internal assessment matrix for the course that we have, test 1, test 2, quiz. Step 4. Step 4. This is one example that we have here. And after we do this, this will get translated to the mapping strength. Only CO1 has a mapping strength of 3, all others are 2, and of course CO5 has a mapping strength of 1. And this becomes my course articulation matrix. Finally, I have the course articulation matrix. Similarly, we had one more example of another, the same course, we got another set of outcomes. And I have a different distribution. I have, for this example, I have 40, 40, 5, 5, 10. Is it clear? Are we understanding? Internal assessment matrix, so that I change my question paper pattern, and along with the design of first step is revising the course outcome, but unless it is accompanied by a clarity in how we want to do the assessment, we will not have it. So thank you, sir. Thank you for confirming. You see, Tirunelveli has been, they are sitting to my left and right. And there are very high, but yes, everyone is active. It's wonderful. It's just an example. This will bring in a process that you will evolve yourself. You will have a structure, and we can change as required. This matrix somehow feel consolidates the OBE process and brings in clarity. Defining COs is the first step. Changing the assessment and having this assessment method. An institution can come out with some broad recommendations on how many marks for a seminar, alternate assessment. In our college, we have maximum of I think 20% for alternate assessment. Test 1, test 2. We have percentage. We have percentage. Within that, the faculty can play around. It's not the complete freedom given to the faculty. There are broad guidelines and faculty can comply. So this is an example, and there is no ambiguity. It is complete clarity of the system. And to add something more, if I look at the AICT exam reform policy, they recommend open book exam. What we realized is, if you see our POs, they start with application of knowledge. So there is not much emphasis on remember ability. We want the students to be able to apply the knowledge, and hence, instead of moving into the open book exam, which is going to be a huge step ahead, extremely difficult to start. So we thought, this is again another dream or a desire from my end. Can we faculty come out with a formula sheet for the course that we handle? And can we share it with our students that they can carry to the exam? Mechanical civil engineers, they carry a code book. Yes, code book. Can we come out with a formula sheet? And can we share? So that is the whole idea. In case this would be another step, when we improve the quality of the question paper, we are not bringing down the results. Results also have to go up. We have to enhance student learning. We have to enhance the quality of question paper and not bring down the results. And all this gets satisfied without violating the norms. So it's a beautiful model. We are bound by the guidelines, recommended guidelines at the state and the national level. So keeping all that, and someone said yes for this idea. Thank you so much. And a quick comparison between two courses. Which course is better? Course A or course B? Which is a better course? Oh, I put P for 12. I should not have put P for 12. Course B is a better, course B is a better course. Yes, always this 12 comes up. So in case we are in course A, we need to move to course B. We need to move to course B. Yes, everyone is telling course B. Thank you. Just as a retrospection, as a self-analysis, not to be shared with anyone, my suggestion is pull out the question paper of previous semester and map it to the new course outcomes that we have defined today. We have defined new course outcomes for the old course. And then map the old question paper and just see where we stand. Then we know where we are and how much we are going to improve next semester for our own analysis. Need not share with anyone. This is only for yourself. This is not included in the activity sheet. Not included because it is self-analysis. Just it'll be a good practice. If you want, you may include in your course file to show how we have improved. So now coming to the challenging activity 1. This is going to be, we will take 2 minutes for this component. 2 minutes. Please fill in. This is again I got excited and I added this. What I did, I have given COs and I've given POs. Each of you will have a different course. Civil engineering professor will pick up his course. Mechanical professor will pick up their course. And please write the course outcome. And please, is it possible? Is it possible? Yes. So all of you are nodding yes. Yes. Okay. So keep it as an homework. You can do it and submit it on Monday evening. The Google form, one more Google form will be shared. But the complete activity sheet you will be scanning and uploading as a PDF, or you may type it and upload. We'll give Monday evening. So what we want to make it clear is, if I give the matrix, you can write the course outcome. That's the whole beauty of this assessment. And heads of the department or the heads of the group can decide on these matrices if required. The BYS members can decide on this and then there's going to be a clear, and of course we have to check whether they are supported with assessment. So once we have this matrix, what's the next task? sorry, to plan out the assessments as well. What is the activity we are giving and doing it. And then of course we'll have the corresponding course articulation matrix. So I put two different mappings, challenging activity 1 and 2. Please take it up and do it and submit it. So now, any questions? Any questions?
What about the end semester question pattern? Like, is there any change required or?
That we will keep it. Even if we change, we can come out if required, if possible, with the part A, part B, C of this manner. Otherwise, if you are going to go ahead with 20 mark question, 20 mark also I can have A, B, C. I can make 5, 10, 5 within the question. Let's not bring in too much changes in the semester plan within the structure.
Course outcome, course attainment calculations, only internal assessment will be considered.
No, semester end also has to be considered. I have not included that today, but uh, one simple method of attainment calculation is I have a mapping strength of 3 to 1. How did my mapping strength come? By quality of my internal assessments, my quality of my internal assessment. How does the student perform in semester end exam? Because of the internal teaching and learning. So if I have a pass percentage of say 90%, one simple method of calculation is wherever 3 is there, put a 90. Wherever 2 is there, put a 60. Wherever 1 is there, put a 30. One step formula of computing attainments of an approximate number. And when do I have a 1? When I have given less weightage in my internal assessment. If I want, even though I got 90% pass percentage, I cannot come out with the attainment. But attainment is not the focus of today. So it was just a quick answer, but delete it from the memory. And coming to pedagogy, I'll share this. You can go through this. And coming to some useful practice for the OBE, we all have co-curricular and extracurricular events. It is essential that we map every event to POs. It is essential. Whether the PO, what are the POs addressed by participants, what are the POs addressed by coordinators. There'll be people who are in charge of hospitality, reception team, travel team. They will address different POs. And there'll be another team who's sitting and doing the actual coding and learning. They will handle. So that clarity has to have in every brochure. In every brochure. And it will go to the indirect attainment component. And newsletters and magazine can include lot of simple events, book review, movie review, travel recommendation, interviews, and if it is a frequent happening on campus, I think communication skill improves a lot. If you just ask every student to get one health tip from his family, I think we are contributing to the health of the class. And magazine is something that we have found it very extremely useful. 2013 onwards, we started from first semester till the 8th semester, whatever we have done with the student, we have taken him to industry visit, they conducted an extension lecture, they have cleared something, they have done some dance. Everything is included by students with one photograph as an article. And this has otherwise all accreditation data is under lock and key in the HOD's chamber, because that is the treasure. We can't afford to lose one paper from any of the file, because every sheet that goes into the documentation is so important. The same accreditation data in a colorful manner in the college website, when we put as a magazine, supporting documents are there in the department, but students will come forward to share the articles. Peer perception improves. Parents and students can see the magazine, and it also includes placement, higher education details, and it is there in our, since 2013 we are doing, and this felicitation is another advantage. And now I think whatever I have mentioned today, the method of defining PEOs, the magazine, the way method of defining the course outcomes, the mapping, and the method of attainment. All these are covered in as one of the authors of the chapters in this book, which was published in December last. These are the authors. I'm happy to share that in chapter 3, two of the co-authors are from ABET, two are from Mexico, and I'm one of the authors. And similarly, in chapter 6, we have the authors from India. We have one from US and one from Australia. And so this was a 1 year effort has gone in. We had a lot of online meetings, and we have come out this, everything that was shared today is included in short and crisp manner in as my contribution, few pages in the chapters. And of course, a book on outcome-based education published earlier, and the book on digital signal processing using Python. And this is under progress. I want to combine and make this. And my OBE journey commenced 10 years ago. Success, when we actually implement OBE, we are going to see tremendous improvement in our students. It happens only because of we faculty. So with this, I come to an end of the session, and now I want the key takeaways. What are the key takeaways from today's session? Or from my end, I'm done. If BC sir is taking over, or if anyone wants to type in the takeaways, or you want to take the mic and speak, please do it. The PPT will be shared, and the Google form also will be shared. You will take it. But now, just to get an immediate feedback, what are the key? Did we benefit from this workshop? Do we think we have gained from the workshop? Is the first question. And what did we gain, or we did not gain anything? We want your feedback. A quick reply from the self participants first, and later on from the participants who are here with us.
Ma'am, we got an idea, ma'am. Till now we were thinking unit wise we made the blunder. Like unit wise we went for COs, but you said it's
Okay.
possible. That's a big thing we learned, and we got some clarity, ma'am. And I have some query, ma'am. They said that the NPTEL and GATE sort of questions can be given a weightage of some 20-25%.
Yes.
How can be, it's like multiple choice question in those exams? Then how come we can ask in our internal assessment whether derivative steps you have to give the mark or the exact answer?
No, you can decide. You can formulate the question and ask them to compute instead of giving it as a. It's based on NPTEL, based on GATE. It's not a screenshot copy paste. Based on the question, you can change the numbers. You can have the same concept and have it. Very good. Thank you for being so attentive. It's amazing. Yes.
Ma'am, please share your questions, ma'am. Internal assessment question along with this PPTs.
Okay, I will share. I will share my sample question paper also. I will do that. I will do that.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
When professors are responding, kindly mention your name and the college, professor. Kindly mention your name as well. Professor from Salem, G. Salem. Kindly mention.
Manibharti from GC Salem.
All right, professor.
Thanks.
Yes, someone has raised the hand. Karaikudi, the team from Karaikudi, please respond.
Madam,
Yes, Karaikudi team, please go ahead.
I am Dr. Ram Prakash from ECGC Karaikudi from Department of Civil Engineering. So I had a confusion mapping the PO7 to PO12. Now I am very clear to map the PO7 to PO12. Thank you, madam.
Okay, thank you. So first feedback we received was in clarity on defining COs. And now we have received the second takeaway that we got clarity in defining in the COPO mapping. Yes, some more answers? Some more benefits?
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Myself, Prakash, from the Government College of Engineering, Dharmaburi. So today, from this section, we have understand and we have a clear idea about how to mapping CO and POs. and also how to distribute the mark based upon the internal assessment matrix.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Madam, myself, Senthil Kumar from GCE Road. Today, our staff members got enough idea about how to map CO, PO, and all. Madam, this is a unique OBE, or the OBE may be different for different universities.
Is it? What is the question?
Madam, this OBE is unique for all over the India and all. Maybe the OBE may be different for different universities.
Sir, OBE, what is common across the country, across India for engineering programs is 11 POs. How to do the mapping, how to do the assessment, that is a freedom and responsibility of the institutions. We have to justify and we have to do it. And what I have shared today is not, I told it very clearly, I am not representing NBA in this component. It is my understanding, my perspective. If you have the freedom and the liberty, you decide, discuss, and come out with your method. This can serve as a reference. This can serve as a reference. Outcomes are fixed. Yes, sir. This is purely a reference, my template of question paper. All these are just samples. You will come out with your template. But unless we change part A, part B, part C assessment based on outcomes, if you're going to continue with 2 mark, 3 mark, 1 mark, 10 mark, if marks is going to be the criteria, then I think we are not moving ahead. We have to ensure that that change happens at least in internal assessment. This is what I believe. Yes, sir. Thank you. Very good question, sir. Thank you. Yes, any 1 or 2 more? Yes, sir. Yes, madam. Yes. Yes. Yes, please go ahead. GC Bargur, please go ahead.
We had taken away so much from this workshop, of which
Kindly mention your name, Professor. Kindly mention your name and the college.
Yes, sir. This is Dr. Manipegade from DC Bargur, sir. Sir, am I audible?
Please go ahead. Please go ahead, Professor.
Yes, sir. Actually, we had only we were able to only map only the few POs, the questions in the internal assessment. After this workshop, we might be able to map our internal assessments to the other POs also. Thank you so much. And but I do not know, but how much it will be consistent for all the other affiliated colleges, or how do we map it to all the other POs?
Yes, we have also received some feedback in the chat box, and they have mentioned that they got clarity on addressing the higher order POs, and the hands-on session has been beneficial. Thank you for the feedback. Yes, I think we can take 1 or 2 feedback from the faculty who are here with us in the conference hall.
I think somebody, Professor, somebody from Coimbatore raised the hand.
Okay, yes, please go ahead.
Somebody from Coimbatore raised the hand.
Yes, GCT Coimbatore, please go ahead.
It's okay, it's okay,
GCT
Professor.
Coimbatore.
Right, Professor, we will move on. Move to the next.
Yes, anyone from the hall here? Anyone would like to speak? Yes. No, you said I'm giving preference to the virtual participant, and there was a complaint that I am focusing on virtual participants and I've ignored the people here. My apologies for that. But yes, it's a good model, a first time attempt of this large scale. virtual and in person, and I think the session went on well. Everything, the audio, the internet, the people interaction. I think the active participation by faculty is what has contributed. Anyone, at least one from here, please.
Higher order views.
Okay, so we have one faculty who's sharing that they got clarity on mapping the higher order POs. Yes. So
We have a very clear assessment pattern how it will map to the.
okay, so we got clarity on how the assessment contribute in this OBE structure. So I think very soon all participants will receive the Google form, and then you can submit it anytime by the end of the day. We'll not be very rigid on the timing. We'll keep it open till midnight, so that they can also go home and then enter. And we'll create one more form for uploading this complete activity sheet by Monday evening, so that it takes a shape. It takes a shape. Otherwise, it will not be useful for whatever efforts the government has put in organizing this event. VC sir, we request for your concluding remarks.
Thank you so much, Professor. I don't think we have wasted your time. I just want a response from our participants. Did we waste your time? Because seeing the response in the morning, we were feeling slightly guilty that we pulled you out of your regular work, your regular classroom, and as if we have compelled you to come and take part in this workshop. Did we waste your time, Professor?
No, sir, you have saved our DA amount and the TA amount. It's a great saving for our government. Also, the effort of
But I kept on seeing two names frequently. One is Professor Ramya, and then other professor. I think there's another name. There's another lady professor. I saw them repeatedly appearing. Anyway, thank you so much, Professor. Thank you so much for your participation, for your time. But now I have 2-3 points to make. We are also planning for training on assessment techniques.